Your time's up.
Okay, go.
Lord, we gather this evening to do the people's business, and we ask that those that are sick and infirm, that you heal them and all our nation, and watch over each and every one of our first responders, and keep this nation safe. In your son's name we pray. Amen.
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 Pat?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Pat.
Play ball. Call the Richville July meeting to order. Okay. Has everybody received those minutes? Is there any additions or corrections that need to be made?
One special.
And one special.
Yep.
Is there any additions? I entertain a motion to accept the minutes.
Motion.
Do I hear a second?
I will second the motion to approve the minutes.
Motion was made and seconded to approve the minutes. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, the same. Motion carries. Okay. Treasurer's report.
You got the report. I'm working on budget. So my meeting with Judy is the 21st.
Okay. Any questions?
None.
Okay. Move on. Street and wastewater.
You guys have the report. The only thing that I've got to add is I'd like to thank Scott from the county. He came out and helped me set the post for the 2 speed limit signs on North and South Union Street, and helped me set the post for all the school signs.
Any questions or concerns for Craig?
None.
Moving on. Marshal's Department. No, we got time. We got 2 minutes.
What's on the report?
All right. There we
Bike
go.
radio July 25th, 12, or tentative.
All right. Roger and Greg, do you have anything to add?
No.
Okay.
New
No,
business for you.
no new business, huh? And you have nothing for the EMA, right?
Correct.
Okay. Park and Tree Board, deal.
Well, first of all, the playground and shelter and restroom are coming along, and we're thinking probably it will be ready to be opened in August at some point, obviously. July is sailing by quickly. The other thing, does anyone have any question about the playground, shelter, restroom? Okay, the other thing is the 22nd, which is a Wednesday of July, we're having our 2nd annual Youth Fun Festival at the town park. Last year we got 100 hot dogs and ran out, so we're getting more this year, and we ran out of water, so we're getting more water, so we'll be handing out hot dogs and chips and ice cream and water, and have games set up, and from 5 to 7 p.m. You're all invited if you'd like to come join in the fun. And it was well received last year, so we're doing it again this year. Anything else, Janet, you can think of? No? Yes?
That's just for Richardville kids or anybody?
Well, we don't card them, so, but, yeah, well,
I understand.
so anybody could come. We're handing out flyers, we're gonna hand out flyers to the houses that we know kids live in to let people know about it. So, it could be on the sign too, hey Megan?
I can put it on the sign, yes.
Okay. Yep. That's it.
Any question for Jill?
None.
Nope.
Thanks, Jill.
Uh-huh, thank you.
Thanks, Jill.
Pat, you have anything to add?
No, sir.
All right, no. Rick's not here. Did he leave a report or anything?
For what?
Health Department?
Nope,
Okay.
not for that.
TIF board? Anybody for that?
There's a report you
Uh,
guys
you
got.
guys
Other
seen
than
the
that,
report?
We got the report.
Okay, anybody have questions on it?
No.
Okay, now we're into the planning commission.
Yes, sir. You have my report. Any questions?
Okay. Okay, well, we're in the planning commission. You had your meeting.
His report, maybe stable with mine.
Yeah.
It was on an email.
Oh.
Any questions on Mike's report? All right.
No.
All right, we go into I guess it would be the ordinance 26-2, ordinance amending zoning ordinance 2017-05 to add mobile home district. Okay. All right, they had their meeting, and on July 14th, Richfield Planning Commission conducted a public meeting on proposed text amendment 5.15 mobile home district of Richfield zoning ordinance. The proposed amendment change will be reflected throughout the affected sections in the zoning ordinance. The Planning Commission voted in favor of 5-0 to recommend to Town Council the approval of the proposed text amendment.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I hear a second.
I will second that motion for the
Okay.
planning commission.
Discussion?
Reading.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, the same. Motion passes. Okay. That's on the first reading. This 380 West Channel rezoning residential district, July 14th, 26. Planning Commission conducted a public hearing rezoning petition number 226 REZ 07-1. Planning Commission voted favorably, 5-2, to recommend the Town Council approve the proposed rezoning.
I'll make a motion to rezone from R3 to MH for that parcel.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the same. Motion carries. That's the first reading on that. Okay. Any other business before the Planning Commission? Okay. Board of Zoning Appeals?
Didn't have any business.
No business. Richardville Historical Society, they're still working on down there on this phase 2. Lori?
Hi there, thank you. So Josh mentioned the bike safety rodeo is a week from Saturday. We have more than 20 bikes donated. Our main sponsors again this year are the Richfield Police Department, Walmart, and we've added Ascension, and they just donated and delivered today about 70 helmets. So we will hopefully have enough helmets for our kids who need them. Just wanted to do, so it's the 25th down at the library, 10 to 2. Waddell's is donating hot dogs. I just wanted to mention a few businesses locally, like Marty Stout's donated Comb Palace ice creams, and Jeff Davidson has donated bikes, and Robin has donated bikes at Fast Lane Foods, and Bo from Fire Pizza. So we have a lot of local businesses and businesses from Howard County who are very involved in supporting teaching kids bike safety, and I think it's really important, and we all know that because how many of us have almost hit a kid this summer already who's riding an e-bike or whatever. And so, and the sad thing for me is I see kids that I know had a helmet a year ago who's not wearing that helmet. And so one of the things that we've added with Ascension as a partner this year is they're actually going to have a trauma table and talk about the head trauma that can, I was talking to one of the reps from there today when he brought the helmets, and he said they're seeing e-bike accidents that are as bad as motorcycle accidents now because of the lack of head protection. So we want to help our kids be safe, and so hopefully our bike rodeo will be a great success like it has always been in the past, and so we thank all of our sponsors for that. So hopefully we'll see you at the bike safety rodeo.
Awesome work.
Any questions for Lloyd?
Appreciate it.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Lloyd.
Lori.
Okay, I'm gonna back up here to the Planning Commission. I forgot, we have a vacancy for the Planning Commission. So if you know anyone who wants to serve on that Planning Commission, let Megan know and we'll go. Okay. Corbin?
Yes. All right, one thing I need to do way back long ago, we vacated an alley. Donnie got some of the alley, and then the town got some of the alley. And the, what was it, auditor contacted you that the records weren't up to their
It's been a nightmare.
specification. So I looked through it and I have a quit claim deed that the town of Rushville needs to sign, but I would ask for a motion to have Pat sign it as vice president, since Donnie is going to receive, Donnie and his wife, the vacated alley, which he'd already had part of it, but it was.
Can you give me the location of that, and I'll make the motion?
It's, in between, 155 Nashville Street and the house next door, Coonrod's in there, that vacated. Here's what happened. Here's where, this is.
I don't need,
I know.
I want to make the motion to have the address right.
Okay.
155 Nashville Street.
That's one that was, where it was on, now it's, 430
I
South Union
make a
Street.
motion that the town approve that.
Okay,
So then I need you to get David, then I'll need you to get Davidson's
any
signature.
questions? It's been a
Okay,
pain.
do we need a
It's been
motion
taken
to
care
act
of.
Did you get a
Uh-huh.
second?
You said
Not yet,
something
no.
and I'm like, what?
Yes,
What's
he's
going on?
making that motion, I believe.
I
George,
make
you
a
made a
motion
motion.
for 155 Nashville,
Well, it's for 430.
whatever the address is, that we're straightening out here that Corbin did the work
Gotta
on.
make sure.
The
that-
entire vacated alley adjacent to the south side of lot number 3 and Woody's addition to the town of Bruceville, Howard County, Indiana, as shown in Recorder's Plat Book 1, page 189. Property address adjacent to 430 South Union, Bruceville, Indiana. Parcel number includes other real estate.
That address.
Roger made the motion. I hear a second.
Second.
The
Any
motion.
discussion?
But the motion,
Yeah, the
What
motion should be for Pat to have the authority to sign this on behalf of town of
Yeah.
Rushville.
That's the motion.
Pat, and
That's my
you
motion.
still
Yeah.
second it?
okay.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I abstain.
All right, then we will have Davidson's come in and sign that also, just to clear up the title.
I can't believe that I've been through this 6 times.
Well, I think it was right the first time, but
was.
I'm not fighting City Hall, so,
All right,
yeah,
all right.
there you go.
Thanks, Gordon.
You're welcome.
Anything else?
No, working on different town things and
What about,
I've not heard anything, but I will call
okay,
for the next meeting,
all
correct?
right. Anything else?
Nope.
Anybody have any questions for Corbin?
I have none.
All right, moving on. Old business, interurban, it's continuing. The one in question is that they had the, gas line. I was up here Monday, and last Monday when I got back and contacted, NISCO about moving that gas line and stuff, and there's confusion from both ends of their side, and I said it wasn't from us. We know what we're doing, and they have known, and anyways, that was 2 years that we've tried to get that, and so I said, let's just start fresh, just get it moved, and do whatever. So he's supposed to be working on that to get that gas line moved, and a new gas meter put on that. But that was 2 years ago. Any questions on that? Okay. Cement at playground, Megan, that's got your name beside it.
Yes. After we discussed the cement at the playground last time and we're trying to figure out where to take it from, it was brought up to me that maybe we could take it from the economic development money, cause we still have 5,000 to spend, and then we would get 5,000 from the county to match it as our grant. I asked the county and they said that they would do it. So I guess my question to you is, are you okay with that? That we spend the other 5,000 out of our CDIT to match with theirs, and that would give us 10,000, and the rest of it we'll take from where we said before.
I entertain a motion on that, so that we get,
Okay, I'll make the motion.
there's a second. All right, discussion.
I have one question. I missed the part, it didn't register with me when you were talking about reimbursement from the county.
So the seeded money is where we can, spend,
Projects.
yes, we can have a project, we can spend $2,500
Right.
of our money and get 2,500 or 5,000 or whatever.
You were just saying that grant would reimburse what we spent.
They would
No.
match
Did I
it.
say reimburse?
Yeah,
I didn't
You
mean
used the
reimburse.
name, you
I
used
didn't
the
mean
term
reimburse.
reimburse. That's
I
what got
meant
me confused.
Sorry, that was a bad choice of words. Get money from the county to match our money.
Yeah, there you
Like
go.
we have
Match it.
always
Yes.
done in the past.
Forget, yes,
So it was gonna cost us 15 originally?
yes, the total's
And-
15.
Now it's gonna cost us 10.
Yeah. that's-
Yeah.
Well.
5 from our seeded and 5
Five.
from where we said before.
Well, I make the motion to proceed with the county and the grant and seed it.
We made a motion so we could, all right.
Oh,
Is there a
okay.
second?
That's right,
Yeah,
I
I'll
made
second.
that.
Mhm.
All right, we got two motions here, but we're gonna put them into one. Motion was to allow this to take that money from the seeded and for the match. Is there any other discussion? Now entertain a motion. Entertain a vote. All those in favor say aye.
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 Yeah, you know, this is the second meeting you've done that to me on a motion. All those opposed? Motion carries. I voted aye also. That's confusing on that, because we got two things going on that thing, and it's very,
Yeah.
it's very confusing for that type of a grant, because usually it's forced down our throat.
Not this time.
And that will use our, also, I'm sorry, that will use our seeded money. We don't have to be struggling in November trying to figure out where we're
Okay.
gonna be using it from.
To clarify, my first motion was to proceed on the reimbursement part, like she said.
I know.
And that plan, since that was
Let's
clarified,
clarify.
I made the new
New
motion.
motion, that's what I'll make sure.
To go for the county seeded grant.
Well, I understand that. Thank you.
No, you're welcome.
All right, is there any other questions or concerns on this matter? If not, we're moving on. The curb on Nashville, Pat?
As soon as the playground curb gets poured, I talked to Andrew the other day, and his crew will go from the playground as soon as it gets finished to Nashville Street.
Okay.
So,
All right. Any questions on that? Okay. New business? Property by the cemetery, Megan?
I had someone approach me and ask if we were interested in selling that property by, just south of the cemetery, for them to, I don't, put a house on or whatever, I don't know. But it's just a question, you can think about it, you don't have to,
But there's another part to that,
okay?
contract.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes, I forgot that. They asked me if we would be willing to sell it on contract, and I said,
No,
No.
I make a motion, no contracts.
No,
Cash is king.
wait a minute, let's,
Put that in the mail.
you made a second?
You second no?
Yeah, I said
Pat
no.
says no, and
Oh,
no
okay.
contract.
I said no contract.
Ready to
Okay.
vote?
Well,
If unless there's
no,
any-
That was
there's
just my
discussion.
opinion.
Discussion.
I want to clarify who seconded that. Did you second it?
Okay.
Okay.
I seconded it,
All
I
right,
guess.
just checking so I don't get mauled. Okay,
You said no.
first of all, we
That was
haven't
just
decided what we want to do
discussion.
with that, it's discussion. Number two, we're not gonna sell on contract, and if it does, there's a procedure we have to go through to sell a property for the town. So we just can't up and say, okay, we're gonna sell this, no, we can't. There's a proper procedure that we'd have to go through. All those in favor, of turning that down, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Yeah, for interested
Not
for
to sell it.
cash.
not to sell it. Okay, so that was
For
part
on
of the motion?
contract.
On
On
contract.
contract, not to
If
sell
Not
it
to
on.
sell it on
on
contract,
contract.
okay.
If
that's
they
what-
wanna give cash, then Donnie's right, we then gotta go look
Okay,
at the
It's
so-
a whole
statute.
different thing.
So,
You have a
but-
public hearing and everything to do with that.
Couple appraisals, I believe.
Yeah.
Gotta
Okay.
have,
So that's
No-
where we're at, we're
No
not,
selling on contract.
We're not
That was
selling
what the
on
motion was.
that was
Right.
the only motion,
yeah,
that's what
that
we're,
is
Yeah.
it. But if they
Megan.
want to
if they want to.
buy it on cash, the town has to go through certain statutory requirements before we can
This-
agree to that.
The same as that when we bought it, you have to go, so when you exit it, you have to go through the same procedure.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yes?
Gonna be sold for housing?
No.
Don't know.
We haven't decided what we're gonna do. We're just not selling it right now. we're still thinking about what we wanna do with that. I understand that.
Megan, that's what I was gonna ask, do these people realize that, just like Mike said, that it is, you know, kind of a floodplain, and, or they just,
I don't know.
okay.
We're just,
I don't know.
we're not selling it, no.
The cash would,
contract. And I don't
get our
got,
attention.
and the procedure you have to go through is not worth the effort for me. Any other questions on that? Okay. This is new to me. We're gonna,
Table it.
I'm gonna table it. Number, PD schedule hours and change. Jake's not here. Table it for next month.
It's table.
I didn't know anything about it. Okay, nuisance properties.
I got the letter ready to send.
Okay. All right. Any questions on that? Anything? Concern? All right, see Josh afterwards if you have any. We already did the rezoning ordinance on this, so we're moving now. Okay, before we get past here, I want to make a comment for the trash removal. I think on all purposes, they do, Waste Management does a good job on that, but also I called yesterday and had a complaint to him again about the hydraulic leaks. I said, you know, this is an ongoing thing, and I said, I'm not going to continue to call you and complain to you about hydraulic leaks, okay? It's just not going to happen, you know, because you got a contract coming up that we signed, whatever. If you can't maintain our streets with the proper protocol, we do it. And they were all willing and all that stuff. But I said, I've heard it over and over again. I'm just saying I'm tired of dealing with this hydraulic issue, okay? Just letting you know, I did call and it's supposed to be getting corrected, but that's gonna be an ongoing problem, I assume, from point A. Anytime you got hydraulic vehicles, you're gonna have some leaks, but not the way we have been in the past. It's gotten better, but still, whatever.
They're always good about cleaning them up if they do have it. But yeah,
I'm just-
anytime you got an arm that's moving how many times, you're gonna have a leak or two every once in a while.
Okay, yeah. All right, is there anything here that we left out before we move on? Okay. All right, comments from the guests. Mr. Fisher,
Yeah.
you're up.
My name's Mark Fisher, and I've got an issue that I,
Could you step over so the camera's with you, buddy? Thank you.
okay. I got an issue with the alley that's behind my house. And the issue is that it's a thoroughfare. And traffic is increasing, and so are the speeds. And I live where my garage is at in the alley. It is a blind intersection. When my neighbor to the west of me put up a fence, then it really blocked me in. If I had life to live over again, when I bought the house, I would have put the garage door at the other end and exited out on College. But that's not the case. And it is getting to the place where my wife has had several close calls of car accidents in our driveway coming out of the garage. Now, I have had, even lately, the electric bikes. That is now a new racetrack for them. And they go full blast through there. And I know that the top speed on an electric bike is 29 miles per hour. And they are going every bit of that. I've been in the garage for the last 2 days working on furniture building. And so I've had an opportunity to watch. Some cars come through, people go nice and easy. Others come through there like they're on the main street at 30 miles an hour. And the dust cloud is horrendous. So I went and started looking down the alley. I'm the only one that has a garage in the alley. Everybody else has driveways all the way down to First Street. Same thing on 26. There's only one house clear down to the end near First Street that they do park out back, but they also have a driveway that goes out onto 26. So my suggestion is I don't care that it gets vacated. It's more like an easement because of the power grid and things that go through there. But to close it off midway down and just have it a one-way in and one-way out so it can stop this traffic flow going through there. There's cars that go through there that they don't even live on either side of that alley. They use it for a thoroughfare. And it is getting to the point where I know that something is going to happen. It's just a matter of time before it takes place. When State Road 26 was closed, when they did the resurfacing several years back, I had a woman hit my fence trying to squeeze through and get around my car as I was pulling out of the garage. I don't need that. I don't need anybody hurt. I don't want to see the kids hurt. But it just has to stop this thoroughfare business. So if the town wants to put up a crossbar, just like you would when you close county roads out near flocks, when they're flooded, they just close it off. If they need to pass through, they can unlock it, pass through, do whatever they need to do. But I would like to see it stopped to the point that it is no longer a thoroughfare. The church uses that portion of the alley to get to their parking lot, and then the lot next to it, they also use that. They have a lot of gaming and stuff going on out there. And the reason why my neighbors to the west of me put the fence up is because of their kids. Because their kids ride their little carts and stuff in the yard, and they get out into the alley, and if one of those cars comes down there, sight unseen, and we're going to have a catastrophe. And I don't want to see a kid hurt, but I don't want my stuff tore up either at the same time, and including my wife.
I understand your concern, but we're not gonna close that alley or block it off. In my
Because?
opinion, because it's a thoroughfare. It's no different than any other alley in town.
We don't, yes, there is. There's other alleys, I've looked at them, and they've got boats parked in them. And not every alley is used. And there are plenty of alleys around here that it's an easement for the utility companies to use. I've went to the map, I've seen the map. I've seen the map of all the alleys in this town. And there's only a couple of them that are being used, and that's one of them. And the rest of them, if I want to cross the street, are you telling me I can use that for a thoroughfare going through the grass yards? Because it's marked as an alley. If you go to the mapping system of this town, there are alleys everywhere.
And there's alleys that are improved and unimproved and all that too.
What do you mean approved and unimproved?
Some of those alleys are not,
Improved.
improved and unimproved alleys, like, we've got one that's just off about,
Do you have an alley behind your house?
no,
What happened to it?
that was a utility easement.
What's the difference? They're not
Wasn't
marked
utilized.
utility easements,
That was
they're all
marked.
marked alleys.
I'm not gonna sit and argue with you about this. I'm just saying, is there any, what's the board's thoughts on this? Do you wanna close that alley, put an arm up?
You asking for a motion?
No, I'm just asking what your thoughts are. I'm not asking for a motion.
What difference? Go ahead.
Where's this at exactly?
It's between First and East Street, between College and 26. And like I said, it doesn't need to be a thoroughfare. First of all, there's no enforcement. What's the speed limit in an alley?
5 mile an hour,
Who's enforcing it? You guys go down there and run radar?
not in the alleys, not normally.
Nope. There's not a law enforcement person there. Even when I was on law enforcement, I didn't run the alley. I've got other things that you have to do.
Right.
So how do you slow people down? How do you stop them from blasting past a blind garage door? Are we gonna wait till somebody gets injured or hurt? You can make it one way in and one way out. You can go either direction. But you don't need to go all the way through. And there's traffic from other parts of town. There are people just go down through the alley and go right or left. What's the point? We have College Street, we have 26, we have First Street, we have East Street. Why do we need to go down the alley? I wouldn't use the alley if my garage wasn't back there. Because I don't take my cars down alleys. There has to be a purpose of an alley. There's no trash pickup. There's no utility work being done. The transformer is behind my house. And the church uses that lot. They can come right in there, fix the transformer as they have, and back out. Why do you need to go all the way through? Why do we have to wait till somebody gets hurt or something gets damaged before we do something about it?
Corbin?
What's your opinion?
My opinion is that it's your vote, but certainly I think it's something that we should look at.
Differently.
And I
Differently.
must disclose, as the town, Mark's actually a client of mine on his personal affairs also. But I would, even if he wasn't, you know, I would tell you to go look at the alley, see what, do we put in a speed bump in a place? I mean, we got Josh help us out. I mean, I think it's something definitely to look at. And I know where you're talking about. I can't visualize the garage and the driveways, but you were.
There's
No.
privacy
Right.
fences set
Both
right at the
sides,
edge
I
of
see.
the alley, and we're,
Right.
we're
On
set
the
back
property
in.
lines.
Right.
It
And
is
I-
pretty dangerous. When you park in your drive, your nose is right at the edge.
And we
I
back
see.
in the garage on purpose,
So you can.
so we can begin to see what's coming around.
Right.
There's times that I have went out and literally looked to make sure there's no traffic before I come out of the garage, and then here comes one off of East Street flying. And the last one that happened, my wife just about caught it broadside, and she followed the gal down to the house, which takes the driveway right back out to 26. And she yelled at my wife and said, I was there first. She said, that's not the point. You were going too fast and I didn't see you.
Yeah. Okay. How
You
long
know-
were you in law enforcement, my friend?
40 and a half years.
Right. Okay. So you understand how hard it is to, like you said, we're not doing radar in the alley because we got other things
Right.
to do,
And you can still service that needs to be serviced, but it doesn't need to be a thoroughfare. You
Well-
know, go ahead.
One question I might have, Mark, and I don't know the answer to this, I don't know if Craig does or not, is that an easement alley or a utility easement alley?
I mean, there is water and sewer in the alley.
So we can't close it.
Well,
what I'm
you
saying,
can, you can stop the through traffic.
Well, what it
Because
means,
you can come in either direction, or the town can unlock the gate and go what they need to do. But it doesn't need to be a thoroughfare. Does it?
There's all kinds of garages on my alley.
Right, but I'm the only garage on my alley, but I didn't build it there. I bought the house like that.
But as you said, there are electric transformers, there's water, there's sewage.
There's one transformer. and it's-
Power lines.
And it's behind my house.
Power lines.
Right.
I don't think there's anybody here that doesn't understand your strife.
I understand it.
We can.
We catch it.
Over there, see if we can catch it.
Had you contacted our police department at all?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Because there's no point. You know, you can.
Well, I disagree with that.
Well, okay, I sat in the garage all day, and it might be an hour or two before somebody comes, and then I
understand.
might get 2 or 3 that fast.
I understand.
But then again, maybe not.
Sometimes it can be narrowed down if it's a time of day, a certain vehicle, a certain people, a certain time.
And it also depends on what the construction's doing out on
Yeah,
26.
it was gonna be. my
Well,
question.
those kind of things we can't control.
Did it really start amping up when they started opening these sidewalks on 26?
It hasn't amped up any stronger than what it has been
Okay,
getting
so
to.
it's only been- okay.
It is starting to get worse over time.
I've had some complaints in the past about a couple people in particular that I've already spoken with.
Yep.
But, I mean, it's just, a couple people are starting to have more traffic down there than we absolutely should.
And the dust cloud, why don't you pave the alley? If it's gonna be a thoroughfare, why don't you pave it, put up speed signs? I mean, come on.
Well, they'll go faster.
Yeah, that's
You
what I
know
was
that.
gonna say.
Well, you know what? They go fast enough now that they raise
We
dust cloud
get
that
it
it
from both
sits and rolls
sides, just
in.
let me clarify, we get it from both sides. If the alleys are rough, they want us to grade them and smooth them down. If they're smooth, then we get these.
But if you put a speed bump in there that's gonna take out the bottom of the car if they go there too fast, then it's a different story.
Yeah.
Well, we can't put a bump in there. We'd have to put what's called, I believe it's called a hump, if we went through something that's progressive. engineering wise. We had to do
Right.
that through this up here. You can't put in speed bumps.
Just like
There's
they
a hump
do
to go on.
roundabouts.
You know how government work is. We got restrictions on everything.
Well, I'm just gonna say, you know, it was brought up, you know, signs, speed bumps, you guys kinda watching them a little bit, you know, I don't know, you think that's slowing down a little?
I think his point is, it's almost impossible to know when.
Yeah.
You know, it's any time.
You kinda have to
So
narrow
we
down
could-
who the
we can kinda
violator is
focus
or
in
what
on it a
time of
little
day it's
bit.
happening.
I can make it part of my routine traffic enforcement and try to see if I, especially the e-bikes, we've been on the e-bikes pretty hard lately. So I'm sure they're trying to find other places to do their business, so, you know, we can absolutely step it up on our end in that alley for sure, or in all alleys really.
I suggest you do that by all means.
So what's the board's suggestion? We just table this and move on with other suggestions?
Well, I think we need to look at
So-
alternatives. I don't think probably, and I don't wanna speak, there's no vote, there's not been
No,
a vote, but
just-
it's quite obvious that I don't think we're looking at closing an alley.
No, to me,
Why can't you restrict it?
Maybe that could be done, I don't know.
Well,
but
that's-
I think
we-
it
there
causes a
has-
lot of people a lot of problems.
Well,
Fire department.
they have, look, I was on the volunteer fire department
So
too.
was I.
so is I.
And you know what? A key. You keep it right there in the cab if they have to run the alley. But there's nothing that is going to prevent them, depending on which end you come in at. You know, and you're saying that it can't be done. Well, why can't it? Because they're the only
It's not
people.
practical, be honest
For
with you.
who?
Look, I'm gonna be blunt to the point, okay? First of all, that is an alley that goes through where you got neighbors to your right, left, all up and down that alley.
Yeah.
So if they want access to that, I'd have to say, okay, look, who's gonna control the key, who's gonna do this, who's gonna
Why
do that?
can't they
It's not
have
pr-
access to it? They can get to it
It's
either
not
from.
practical. It's not practical for you to take the time to go get a key, to unlock a thing, in my opinion. I don't know about
That's
the board.
to make it a thoroughfare. I'm not saying close it off completely. You still have the entrance off of First Street that goes down the alley
It also
to
creates,
any of those houses.
it also creates a new problem.
That,
If somebody goes down the alley, now they gotta back out.
well, not if they are going to, if they live there.
Anybody.
Because if you live there, you can go into either the
You know,
driveways
Anybody
and
could
back.
still go down the alley, then they'd have to back out.
Okay, so what would be the point of somebody going down that alley? What's your business down there?
They don't have to, they can go through that.
Right.
That's publicly owned property. They can go where it's accessibility. They don't have to have anyone's permission to go up and down that alley. They can go up and down the alley as they so choose. I understand your concern and all, I do, I fully do. And I
Really?
know where your garage is at, I'm down through there, but there's, utility and things, the things that you're, in my opinion, just mine, not this board, but it's unpractical. I understand the situation, but I have it, over here, the next alley over, Rick's alley, it goes up and down there, they go through there too. I mean, I understand that too, but you're wanting me to close an alley or put a gate up, it's just not practical. I mean, as far as those
We'll
things
wait
for
till-
one person.
We wait till somebody gets damaged
No,
first.
you're not gonna throw that on me. I don't go on what ifs. If I did that, we'd be here all day.
Really?
I cannot predict the future,
Nor can I.
all right? But that's just my opinion. If the rest of this board has opinions, say it now.
I make a motion, we table it and have Josh work on it.
Can we start with
We
speed
can
limit
do,
signs?
See
we
if
can
we
do
can- see
something
if we can
differently
slow it
other than
down.
that. See what another alternative.
You got any 5-mile-an-hour signs?
The motion was made to table this. Did I hear a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right. Let's let Josh work on it. We'll see.
We'll table it and see what
Thanks for your
alternatives
time.
we can come up with.
Hey, Mark, I'll move that,
Uh,
speed limit trailer down there too.
Chris, do you have anything? You? You? You. Okay. Is there anything else come before this board? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
It's right here.
What?
Got claims.
Got it?
Oh, yeah.
You wanna look at it?
Megan's gotta pay the bills. I'll make a motion that we
Friends Church is
pay the
right
claims
here.
amount of?
Parsonage is right
You
here.
don't have it, do you?
Including payroll, 419,251
It goes on
34
through on
cents.
You was heavy on the ink this month, wasn't you, last month?
Okay, just to
Yeah,
clarify,
okay,
most of
okay.
that is because of
There's a house.
CDs.
It runs right
I
behind
had to
Jeff's
cash
house.
in and cash out.
Well, Jeff, clear down here.
Motion to adjourn.
If you,
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. Let's adjourn.
you went too fast.
Why did I?
I wanted to speak.
He was making a map.